Oh, goodness. Megan, if you're watching, I hope I fixed the problem because we haven't had any problems with Judy so far. So I think everyone, thanks for your patience. I think we have it all figured out. I'm hoping we're back. Welcome back to our Day of Art, Music, and Creative Support here on Facebook. I wanted to talk to you guys quickly and just maybe, bring this up casually that we have a gala next month. September 12th is our gala. It's Night of 1,000 Hearts. It's all on Zoom. It's going to be a really fun night. You're going to hear from some great patients and artists. We're going to be playing games. We're going to be doing all kinds of fun stuff. And in order to play with us, you can go to heartsneedart.org, click on the gala link, and you have a couple options to join us. You can pay what you can and join us on Zoom and watch the night unfold. You can order a creative box and have it shipped anywhere in the United States. It comes with a like a table centerpiece, all the activities we're doing that night. There's a card in there that you can write out and send back to us, and we will give it to a patient. And then you can do the food and wine option if you're in the San Antonio area, which comes with food and wine and the activity box. So you'll get all of those activities that we're doing throughout the night, and you can pick that up on September 12th. It's from 7 to 9 p.m., and it's going to be a really fun night. So I hope you can join us. This hour in the Day of Art, Music, and Creative Support, we are going to write a little story. So this is kind of what we're going to do with the story. Judy's going to come on and walk you through that, but we're going to use the story one to illustrate later, and then we're also going to bring it to our patients at University Hospital to illustrate the story. So they're going to get chunks of the story, which we've done before at Methodist Hospital, and it's really fun. So and they love being creative, and these stories get insane. So I'm going to bring on Judy.
Good morning.
Morning, Judy. How are you?
I'm good, and happy birthday, Richard.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
I'm going to make myself coffee, and that's what I'm going to drink today for my birthday while you're building the story. So tell us about the story that you're going to do today.
Okay, so today is the 81st anniversary of The Wizard of Oz, the movie The Wizard of Oz. Yes. So let me give you a little background. The Wizard of Oz was written by Frank Baum in 1900, and it first went to Broadway in a live Broadway show in 1902. Then in 1939, it came to the theater in Technicolor. There were several other movies that came out between 1935 and 1939 that were in Technicolor. But what MGM did was they started the first part of The Wizard of Oz in a sepia color. And then when she lands on the Wicked Witch of the West or the East, when Dorothy does, then it all goes into this beautiful, the beautiful Technicolor. And because it is the land of Oz. So it is quite interesting. And then in 1956, they started airing it on TV. I was little then, and I remember every year, it came on once a year, and I remember our family having to be in front of the TV when that movie came on.
We did the same thing.
It what?
It was a yearly tradition for us when it would come on. I think it was like TNT or TBS or something, and every year that we had the VHS, and we watched it all the time, but there was something about that every year when it was on TV, we had to watch it.
Right. And it did that once every year from 56 until 1991. But in 1939, the year my mother graduated from high school, in fact, that was when 16-year-old Judy Garland made that movie so famous.
Here, I can do the background. Maybe this will be a better background.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
You did that purposely for today, right?
Yep. I set this up. Yeah.
Yes. So anyway, I talk to my writers about what point of view are you writing in. There are things called fractured fairy tales where they've taken Little Red Riding Hood and they have rewritten the story, but maybe from the wolf's point of view. So today I thought it'd be fun, in honor of the Wizard of Oz, I thought it'd be fun to write kind of a fractured Wizard of Oz, and let's take it from the viewpoint of the Wicked Witch of the West. If you remember, Dorothy's house, was pulled up in that cyclone or hurricane or whatever that was, and landed on her sister, the Wicked Witch of the East. And here's another tidbit, a bonus tip here. But that witch that was killed by Dorothy's house landing on her, those slippers were originally silver. Mm-hmm. But when it went to Technicolor and the big screen, became a movie, they were red so that they would show up better. So they're ruby red slippers. And that's what we're going to do now is we're going to write this from the viewpoint of the Wicked Witch of the West, who has just experienced the horrendous death of her sister, the Wicked Witch of the East. Okay, so Richard is going to be the wizard behind the curtain, and he's going to be writing all our story as we go. Is that right, Richard?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to start this, and everybody just type in your response in the chat so that we can add it to our story. And as Richard said before, later on, we will illustrate this.
Yes. Can I tell you my Wizard of Oz story?
Okay, tell us your Wizard of Oz.
Every year, my mom would make all of our Halloween costumes. Like, she would start right after Halloween, and I have 2 brothers and some cousins, and she would take all year and she would make our costumes. And one year we were all the Wizard of Oz, and I have one female cousin, and I made her be the lion so I could be Dorothy. I mean, it says a lot about me as a person.
That's funny.
Yes, there's a lot of foreshadowing there. Yeah, and so we go. I lived in I grew up in a very small town, and we go to the school for like the Halloween party, and I go up to sign in, and the teacher said, "Who are you?" And I said, "My name is Dorothy." And she goes, "Well, I know, but like, who are you?" And I said, "I'm Dorothy." And I couldn't, like, she wanted me to say, "My name is Richard Karlinski," but I was Dorothy. I'm Dorothy. And she was finally like, "Okay, just go in." Like, with you. But I was Dorothy. Yes. I have a Wizard of Oz tattoo. I have the Yellow Brick Road tattooed on my leg.
And how old were you then? 16, 17?
When I was Halloween, it was like 35. Yeah. No, I don't know how old I was. I was very young. I was probably 8 or 9 is my guess.
That's funny.
Or 19. I don't know. It was fun.
Another thing, even though we're writing about this, you might, I'd encourage people watching to maybe write today about their experience with the Wizard of Oz. Everyone has a good story about the Wizard of Oz, about waiting for that one moment, or what their thoughts were when they saw all those little, I don't know what they called, those little munchkins that were the helpers for the Wicked Witch of the West, and they may have scared them, whatever. So anyway, that's another kind of a writing prompt for you later on today.
Another writing prompt could be, if I were to give Richard a gift for his birthday, I would give him a...
Ooh.
There you go.
What would you... Celebrate the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah. Please do. So how are we starting our story today?
Okay, here we go. I'm going to say, "Ooh, I'll get you, my pretty." That's the first sentence. And then I'll go on, I'll do another sentence. "A nasty witch just landed her house on my sister, Wicked Witch of the East." Okay, we need another line to follow that up. She's very angry.
So is this right? Can you read this?
"I'll get you, my pretty. That nasty witch just landed her house on my sister, the Wicked Witch of the East." Yes, perfect.
All right, so if you're watching, in the comments, what would be the next line in your story? And that's how we're going to build the story, is by what you put in the comments. So I know there are a couple of people watching, and you should be playing alone. I'm trying to think of, let's see. I'm going to add something in the comments. Nasty Witch landed her house on my sister, the Wicked Witch of the East. That's my comment. This is, I'm going to add this.
There it goes. Aha. She was supposed to make dinner tonight. Now what happens to dinner? Okay. Think about what happens in the story and how can you just take that and twist it into the witch's viewpoint. So we have to come across the lion, the scarecrow, the...
Oh, we're not making up a completely different story. We're doing her viewpoint.
It doesn't matter which direction we want to go.
We took it in a very not movie viewpoint.
It could be a non-traditional Wizard of Oz.
Okay, great.
All right. I know we have some creative people out there. I'm trying to get my creative brain going again. It's not working this morning.
Judy, while we're getting people to watch, because sometimes it takes a few minutes, can you tell them about the interview you're doing today at 2?
Oh my goodness, I am so excited. I'm going to be interviewing Keith Wheeler. And if you go to Facebook, it's YouTube, Keith Wheeler Books. He has a YouTube channel. You can subscribe to it, or there's a lot of free videos he does there. He is an author, mostly a children's book author, but he is a consultant on writing, everything having to do with writing. He also is a great book marketing guru. So I've known him for a couple of years now. I've taken a class with him. I don't know. He's number one on my list for help.
Did you say he was a bookmarking guru?
Yes.
What does that mean?
He has helped me with advertising my books on Amazon, promoting my books in other areas like on Pinterest or on Etsy. He looks at my book covers and says, okay, I would, this doesn't quite pop. I would do this. I would do this. And he helps with the description. There's so much metadata you have to put in for your books when you put them on Amazon KDP. And so he helps you in formulating your book description that will show in Amazon, as well as your author bio. So,
did you say book marketing?
Yeah, book marketing.
You said book marking and like a bookmark, and I was like, well, that's an interesting way to describe whatever he does. That's cute.
Book marketing. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I know what that is. And then okay, I get it. I'm there. That's fun. So that's at 2:00 today. So make sure everybody comes back for that. So now we're building a story that we're going to be illustrating with the patients at University Hospital. We just started programming with them last week. Every week we do an art class and a music class with them on Zoom in their new AYA adolescent young adult cancer unit. There are about 12 people at a time, 12 patients at a time on that floor, and we go in on Zoom and hang out with them. So what we're going to do is take the story that y'all are creating today, hopefully, if this works, and then they're going to illustrate it for us. So that'll be fun. So the story prompt started with, I'll get you, my pretty. The nasty witch just landed her house on my sister, the Wicked Witch of the East. And then I added, she was supposed to make dinner tonight. So apparently she doesn't care that her sister's dead. She just is hungry. So if you're watching, or Judy, maybe it's your turn to add something. It's your line. We can just go line by line for a little while.
Okay. Toto. Oh my. That creature must be named Toto. So Toto, the witch says, or no, wait. I'm already editing mine. So it's that Dorothy says Toto. Let's see. Ooh, that fuzzy creature she brought with her could be dinner tonight.
So
we'll go with that. Forget the
Dorothy screams for Toto. And then the witch says, oops.
That fuzzy creature could be my dinner tonight.
Okay. If you're watching, there are people watching and they are not playing along with us, and you should be.
Nice.
All you have to do is write one sentence to add to the story that we're creating. So right now we have, I'll get you, my pretty. The nasty witch just landed her house on my sister, the wicked witch of the east. She was supposed to make dinner tonight. And then Dorothy yells, Toto. And then the witch says, that fuzzy creature could be my dinner tonight.
Okay, come on, people.
Oh, I'm going to say, I'll call mom, or the witch is saying, I'll call mom, whoever that is, and tell her to get the grill out. Now
I've lost you, Richard.
you lost me?
Oh, I lost you. There you are. You're back.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's what I'm adding.
I'll call mom and tell her to get the grill out. Okay. But first, I need to get those red slippers from my sister. Where are they?
Oops, I can't type that fast. And
That.
then I'm going to say, just then Dorothy appears out the front door. Dorothy has to make her entrance at some point.
Good catch.
Yep. Just then Dorothy appears out the front door.
With the red slippers on.
She is
Wearing the red slippers.
She is wearing the red slippers. If you're watching and you want to add to our story, we're creating a story for the patients at University Hospital who are going to illustrate our story. So we have, let's go through it because there are new people watching. It's starting out, since today is the anniversary of the premiere of The Wizard of Oz. I'll get you, my pretty. The nasty witch just landed. That nasty witch just landed her house on my sister, the wicked witch of the east. She was supposed to make dinner tonight. And then Dorothy yells, Toto. And the witch says, that fuzzy creature could be my dinner tonight. I'll call mom and tell her to get the grill out. I have to scroll. But first, I need to get those red slippers from my sister. Where are they? Just then, Dorothy appears out the front door, and she is wearing the red slippers. That could also be the end of our story.
It could be if we want a short story. Remember, people, we are writing from the viewpoint of the Wicked Witch of the West. She's wearing the red slippers. So I'm at a loss here, Richard. My brain is...
The sun hits the slippers and blinds the witch.
Oh no! I'm melting! I'm melting! The sun is in my eyes! I'm melting! A very short story.
She should yell something at Dorothy.
Yeah.
She screams, how did you get those?
And Dorothy says, I don't know. I don't know. You can have them. You can have them. But just as Dorothy goes to take them off, or Dorothy tries to take them off and she can't. She cannot take them off. Now you edit that and write it out, Richard.
They won't.
They won't come off.
Budge. I have. This is what I have. Dorothy says, I don't know, you can have them, but Dorothy tries to take them off and they won't budge. Oh my gosh.
The movie was so much better.
We're going to turn this into a movie. So Dorothy says, I don't know, you can have them, but Dorothy tries to take them off and they won't budge. This is why I should have had a coffee before this. There's super glued to my feet.
Good. Super glued to my feet. Good job.
Oops.
Maybe something about taking Toto as collateral, or as the witch is going to take Toto and keep her until those shoes come to her.
If you will give me my shoes back, then I want that mangy mutt. How do you spell mangy? M-A-N-G-Y?
That's close. That's good.
Okay.
Get the Tin Man in there somehow, or let's see.
Maybe it ends with Dorothy grabs Toto and runs down the
Yellow Brick Road to the wizard.
Dorothy grabs Toto and begins to run down the nearest path.
It magically turns into a yellow brick road that leads her to a wizard.
As she steps on it, it turns into a yellow brick road that lights up as she steps on the bricks.
Okay.
Maybe. All right. We have 2 minutes.
Oh my goodness, we have to end it.
Yep, in 2 minutes. I mean, this could just be, we don't have to finish the whole story. This could be the beginning of the story. The patients could also help finish the story.
Good.
Lights up as she steps on the bricks. Does the witch follow her?
Flies after her. The witch flies after her.
The witch runs to her house to grab. Does she have her broom?
But it's in the witch's viewpoint. So you say, the witch is speaking. I need to, I'll catch you, my pretty. You can't get away from me. And then the witch flies on her broom.
She grabs her broom.
And she
jumps on, starts it. Do you start a broom? She jumps on and begins chasing Dorothy. Oops.
And then
all right. I think we're going to stop there. That's a good stopping point.
Okay. All right.
Our time is up.
The
Judy
story
will be
is
there.
very good. The original story, of course, is very good. It really can't be improved.
I think this is going to be a good
And
story.
yeah, you know, Frank Baum wrote a series of 7 stories. He wrote 7 of The Wizard of Oz with different names. So I didn't know that. But anyway, hopefully the patients there at, oh, wow. All right.
Oh, that's
You do
funny.
like The Wizard
This
of
is a
Oz.
green book.
Wow.
What's going is a green screen. That's funny. Yes, he did. There is a
Yeah.
whole series. The books are very different than the movie. They're very interesting and they're very dark and very twisted.
Oh.
And there are a lot of characters that aren't in the. Oh, we have more.
Oh, good. Brought the scarecrow in. Comes out and.
Comes out of the bushes to save Dodo.
Good.
Yeah.
I wanted to get those characters in there somewhere. I couldn't figure out how. Thank you.
You can continue the story in the chat even if we're not here, and it'll be fun. And Ayanna will be back at what time is she coming back? Ayanna's coming back at 3:00, and she's going to illustrate some of these. So we're going to start the illustrations, and then we'll bring it to university and do some of the illustrations with the patients.
Okay, and don't forget my interview at 2:00 today.
2:00. Judy is first.
Go research him on Facebook at Keith Wheeler Books before that. So there you go.
There you go. We'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye.